A new piece in The Atlantic is calling out President Trump's ongoing attacks on undocumented immigrants in this country and takes it a step further. Staff writer Idris Khaloun suggests that Trump does not want legal immigrants either. The author joins us now. Idris, good to see you. Tell us more about this argument.
Yeah, well, there have been a number of actions the Trump administration has taken to show that whatever it thinks of illegal immigration, it also is trying to limit the amount of legal pathways available for people to enter the country. The most recent example was last week. Amid all of the chaos of what was going on last week, the Trump administration said that it would pause visa processing for 75 countries. That's a big portion of the world. So people living in those countries applying for visas to live here permanently will no longer have them processed. That includes major countries, big countries, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nigeria. It doesn't touch Western Europe. You have the map right there. You can see it touches most of Africa, Asia, big chunks of Latin America. And this is just one of several steps the administration has taken to close off pathways that exist, oftentimes based on a crime that's committed by someone who's a member of that group. So the person who was alleged to have killed the two students at Brown and the professor at MIT, he came in through a program called the Diversity Visa. That gives 55,000 green cards a year. After that happened, the Trump administration said that they were no longer processing those green cards. Half of the people who get them are from Africa. You know, they're vetted. And we can go down the list. All sorts of other policies that the administration has put in place, a $100,000 surcharge on H-1B visas, which are supposed to be for high-skilled people. All of this suggests that this administration is not like previous Republican administrations that said that they wanted a more selective immigration system. They just want less immigration per se.
Yeah, restriction on asylum as well. Tell us, is there any sort of reaction, pushback from Congress on any of this?
No. Congress is controlled by Republicans, and when a Republican is president, there is very little pushback that is happening. It's to the point now that the president is not just saying that he's not processing or accepting certain kinds of visas or adding surcharges to the H-1B program. The Trump Gold cards and Platinum cards that you might remember, that's basically creating a whole new visa category, which normally is something that Congress would have to do. They've gone around Congress by saying that this is a voluntary gift created by the Commerce Department. But normally you would expect Congress to say that this is our prerogative. We get to set immigration policy. You don't see that. And that's true. That's a broader issue that you see with tariff policy, war policy, et cetera. The fact that Congress is controlled by Republicans means that as the president takes on more and more of Congress's powers, there's very, very little pushback that you see from there.
Idris, historically, immigration has been such a huge economic driver in the United States, right? So much wealth creation through foreign-born entrepreneurs, small business creation, feeding the, jobs that Americans don't want to do. Do we have any sense of what the economic impact might be of this kind of lockout of immigrants from around the world?
So there's no real debate that it's going to be negative for the economy. Immigration adds to population. It brings workers. If you subtract workers from the economy, as we seem to be doing, America might have hit net negative migration last year, probably for the first time in its history. We won't know for sure, but that's what the data suggests. That leads to shrinkage. So we will have fewer workers who do fewer things. We will have fewer people who do the kinds of innovations that have led America to the technical supremacy that it has today. But if this continues for a long time, you'll actually see it crop up in lots of other places. So the American birth rate is not high enough to replace the population level. So if immigration goes to zero, by 2030, America would be shrinking. By 2032, the Social Security Trust Fund will run out, and that'll run out even faster if you have fewer people who are actually working and providing for people. So it's going to materially affect people's lives if this policy were to continue.
The important new piece available online now. Staff writer at The Atlantic, Idris Khaloun, thank you again.